Hey, hey! Did you guys miss me? I had to take a day off. Or two. I don't know how many days it was. I think it was just one day. And I finally got out my other camera, which I like so much better during the day. So I figured out that my other phone has better recording at nighttime with the lighting. And this one's better during the day. So, yeah, I'm excited about that. We got Miss J in the background here. You guys, I want to do, I don't know why I had that deck in my hand. I want to do a love reading. It is going to be collective. So I'm just going to pull from these love messages here. And I just did like a pre-shuffle for this. And Twin Flames popped out right away. And I just put the deck down. I was like, all right. So we'll see if it comes out again, you guys. But I also have these clarifying love situations. So it may resonate more with you, give you a little insight to if this is your reading or not. I haven't used them in a long time, but they're really cool, and they've got messages on like either side of the card. So we'll use those and see kind of what's going on. You'll be able to know if this is your reading or not, okay? We got coffin on the bottom here. So I feel like you guys are stepping into a new beginning when it comes to your love life. So we'll just see what's going on and what wants to come out. We got girl with a snake, okay? But I'm getting here that this could be some sort of a kundalini, or maybe you have a pet snake. For those of you, it could be, you know, somebody that had to put up their boundaries because somebody was like slithering around, just being sneaky, being shady. But for others of you, I feel like you're going through some sort of a kundalini purification process. Okay, we got coffee cup, meeting and talking, savoring the moment, feeling elevated, building a friendship. We also have divine timing on the bottom here. So I feel like cycles take time to heal, but I feel like you're progressing. I feel like you're healing. Like I said, I was getting kundalini here. We also have golden mirror, okay? So something could have been one-sided. So whoever this person is, girl or guy with a snake, it doesn't matter, you know, however it resonates for you. Somebody from your past is watching you. They watching. So they could be like seeing, you know, what it is you're up to. It says love bombing. So I feel like there could be someone from your past that kind of, you know, was a love bomber or a narcissist. And I feel like you moved on and you've healed from that. You've had to put up healthy boundaries, okay? But they could be trying to, like, you know, that snake trying to slither their way back in. So I feel like for those of you that have strong boundaries, you are moving into a new cycle, okay? With that death and rebirth, or no, I'm sorry, the coffin card that I saw on the bottom, I feel like that's a sign that you're moving on, and you're moving on to meeting someone new, okay? You could potentially go on a coffee date, something simple. I feel like it's going to be different from something that you've experienced before. Maybe, you know, you would have not done something like that in the past. I feel like you're ready and open for something new. So let me just pull some tarot and see who these people may be here. Look at that. We got the death card as soon as I split the deck. So it's like I said it, death and rebirth. You're rebirthing like a new energy when it comes to love. And that also clarifies here, somebody could be a Scorpio as well. Doesn't matter if it's the ex, you, or a future person coming in. Scorpio could be in their chart. But I'm seeing here that you're adapting to change, and that's what the death card is all about, right? It's all about endings, bringing new beginnings. And for those of you that aren't engaging with those people from your past, we got the Queen of Swords. So healthy boundaries here. I feel like even though they're watching, you know, they could be trying to slither their way back in, but it's really up to you. Are you over that cycle, or are you ready to move forward? So I feel like just keeping those healthy boundaries, ignoring them if they come around, but it's up to you. It's free will here. Some of you may want the person from your past, but I'm picking up that it's not somebody that you just broke up with that you want to get back with. For those of you that are connecting and engaging with this reading, I'm picking up this person's kind of like stalkerish. It even says stalking on here, okay? We got healthy choices underneath that, and there it is again, the coffin card, okay? It also says not today underneath that. So I feel like, you know, those of you that do have a narcissist or a love bomber ex that tries to come back around because they feel you moving on, I feel like you're like, not today, Satan. All right, we got the Six of Cups here. Look at that, meeting. Do you see them sharing a cup of coffee here? Look at that. So I feel like this time around, you're going to do things differently. You may like start off a little bit slower, especially if you were in a a one-sided relationship, one that was like this person made you feel like everything, and usually love bombers are somebody to push something onto you really fast, and you feel like everything's going great, and then all of a sudden it's not what it is, and it's not who you think it is, and they usually just, you know, kind of try to control the situation, but then they are a completely different person. So that's the energy I'm getting here. This person coming in, this door of opportunity, like this new person, look at that. They're sharing a cup of coffee there. So this tells me that you're going to be meeting somebody who is going to come in soft with you, okay? This is going to be somebody who's not going to want to rush things. It's going to be somebody that wants to take their time in order to bring on a healthy new beginning here. So what else can you tell me, Spirit? What else can you tell me? Queen of Coins. So this really tells me that you're protecting your peace, okay? You could just be like, you know what? My last relationship was, you know, so I'm just going to focus on me. And I can tell you something right now. For those of you that are resonating with this, and it's not to say that, you know, putting yourself out there is a bad thing, but for women or men that have been in those kinds of relationships and they really take a step back, they go through some sort of awakening. They're like, okay, I'm worth more than that. And it may have taken a long time and a lot out of you to get there. But whoever is resonating with this reading, I'm going to be straight up, okay? And I'm not trying to trigger anybody. It's not bad to put yourself out there, but who I am picking up on with the Queen of Coins, whether you are masculine or feminine, you have taken the time to make healthy choices for yourself. You have taken the time to focus on your career, to focus on your hobbies, to focus on healing, okay? And that means that you haven't been out there actively searching for somebody just to be in a relationship, okay? The energy that I'm picking up today, and I'm not to say that that's a bad thing. I do readings for people who are out there dating all the time. But the energy that I'm picking up here, and I'm being very honest with this, is whoever is resonating with this reading, you have taken the time to heal because you were in a toxic relationship. And that is the energy that I'm picking up today. So you're protecting your peace. You're focusing on yourself. You're not out there actively seeking or dating or on a dating website or just, you know, hoping that you meet somebody or constantly looking, okay? This is going to be unexpected. This is going to be something that you wouldn't mind doing because it's going to pop up out of nowhere. It's going to be like, oh, hi, nice to meet you. Or, you know, you meet this person through a friend casually, not as like a setup, but however it resonates for you. And you're kind of like, am I ready for this? And I feel like you're ready. I feel like you've closed the door. You've done the healing. You've done the time. Hopefully you haven't done the time, but if you have, hopefully you've healed from that, or if somebody has. But you know what I'm saying. Done the time as in far. I cannot spit out my words today, you guys. So many messages are coming through. The energy is moving really quickly here. Okay, so let me slow it down a second. I feel like that could be the energy coming forward from this person from the past, because I am picking up that this person from the past was somebody trying to move something really fast for you, and that could have led you into a toxic relationship that you felt like you were stuck in, okay? Or maybe it took you a while to realize that. Now that you have moved on, this person is picking up on that. So they're trying to slither their way back in, okay, as a narcissist or a love bomber, person who thinks selfishly would do. But I'm seeing those of you that have taken the time to heal are moving on from this, and you're moving towards having a new healthy relationship because you are all about protecting your peace, and you're not actively out there seeking for a relationship at this time. So the next person that does come in isn't going to be somebody that you're going to want to rush things with. The feelings may come quickly, but you're going to be okay with a steady pace is what I'm getting here. And so is this person, okay? We also have the Two of Swords here. So I feel like this is going to come unexpectedly. It's going to come, you know, at a surprise. It's going to come when you're not looking. Do you see how they've got blindfolds on? So it comes when you're not looking, okay? And I'm also seeing this as you being closed off to anything from the past, okay? Anything that was one-sided here, okay? It has to be, see the number 2 there? It has to be reciprocated. And it has to be reciprocated in a way where there's no reason to rush it. Because if it's right, it's right. And you won't feel rushed to do anything. You won't feel like, if I don't rush this, then they're going to leave me kind of thing, okay? Which is what may have been the energy in the past relationship. You could have felt like this is, you know, everything that I want, and you guys, you know, rushed it, but then they flipped a switch, right? So if this resonates for you, then I believe this is your reading. So let's see if I can get some more information about this person coming in, this new person. Tell me more about the Six of Cups, the Hermit. Yeah, so this definitely tells me that this person has taken some time to really figure out what it is they want. And so I feel like this person also has gone inward. Somebody could be a Virgo, but I'm seeing here that this person has taken the time to really, you know, heal from any of their past relationships. They know what it is that they want here. And I feel like divine timing, now they know it's going to be like right. Nothing's going to be forced, right? Nothing's going to, you know, feel like they had to force something to make this work, because it's going to be, ooh, that card just fell out. Divine timing. We got the Devil coming out here, okay? So, like I said, there's somebody from your past that feels you moving on, okay? Somebody that was toxic to you that, you know, obviously was toxic to you, and they feel you moving on, so they could be trying to, you know, be that snake and slither their way in here. We got the Hierophant here, so I feel like some of you could be meeting somebody that could be a potential life partner, somebody that is going to want to walk down the aisle with you. And if you don't believe in that, then I feel like this person's going to believe in, you know, being completely devoted in a relationship, meaning they're not going to be one that's going to want to date around if they don't believe in marriage, okay? But I feel like this is going to be a mutual energy here, okay? And I feel like, you know, whoever it is that you close the door on is going to have to eventually face themselves, because if they keep coming and you're not responding, they're going to have to start to really, you know, face themselves, or they're going to just do what they do best and move on along to somebody else, right? What else can you tell me about this situation? The Empress. So whoever you are, masculine or feminine, okay, the Empress energy showing up is that you're really being kind to yourself, okay? You've allowed yourself to heal, and you're not resentful towards the past, okay? I feel like that's a part of healing. You're like, okay, even if they are reaching out to me, I wish you the best, but that door is closed. And I feel like, you know, the Seven of Coins coming out is telling me that this past relationship was like, it had everything, right? But something was missing. It was there, but it wasn't completely there. And it's like, you could never, you know, you would start something with this person and nothing would ever be finished, right? And I feel like it just went in circles and circles and circles, and there was no moving forward here. It's like it wouldn't gain momentum. In the very beginning, it did, right? It built up to that Seven of Coins, but it didn't go further, okay? And that's where you had to come in and really protect your peace here, okay? And the Ace of Swords is telling me that you're going to be connecting with somebody soon, okay? I'm seeing that being communication coming in. Communication coming in from this someone, okay? And I'm seeing there potentially could be a coffee date here. So, like I said, I want to pull something from the clarifying love situation to see more if you can pick up on this reading, to see if it's yours or not. We got controlling. Power struggles lead to being manipulative. So I feel like that was that person, like a narcissist, power struggles, love bomber. They wanted to be in charge of what happened in the relationship and how fast it moved, right? Hard climb, many issues to deal with, or difficult conversations. So I feel like that's what it moved into. This person, you know, anytime you would bring something up, they wouldn't want to talk about it, or they would turn it against you, right? So let's just see, now that we've, you know, clarified that, because each time I split the deck kind of was the past energy. Let's see if we can get some information on how to move forward with this new person. We have, amidst confusion and intense crises, seek the light of understanding and resolve. So I feel like this was it. This was the Tower moment that caused you to really choose your peace and take that time, you know, to not be actively seeking for the next person after relationship after relationship after relationship. And again, I'm not saying that that is a bad thing, but people that have gotten into a toxic relationship, and you're connecting with this reading, I feel like this was the moment that you chose yourself, okay? And or you're in that process now, and the next step for you is to do something different when it comes to relationships, and that is possibly taking things at a steady pace, letting it be a natural flow, not forcing or rushing into anything. Obviously, if it's something where you guys both feel is right, but one person isn't pushing it over the other, then use your own discernment, right? And for those of you that are dating and you haven't been in a toxic relationship, then there's nothing, there's nothing wrong with that. But what I'm seeing here is there was a toxic relationship for whoever's, relating to this reading. And this is the moment where they had to gain some clarity in order to move forward. And also, seek understanding of what it is and what the connection was. It was something to awaken you to you deserve better, and to let things flow with the natural, way of the universe and how a divine relationship should be after a toxic relationship. Okay. Faith's haven. Believe in the safety of your return, as every journey leads back to comfort. Okay, so I feel like this is your spirit guide saying you've done the work. It's going to be safe here. Liberated destiny. With release comes freedom. Steering faith towards unwritten future. So this is you surrendering, okay? This is you surrendering. And we have eternal renewal, okay? In the cycle of life, understanding breeds hope for what comes next. And what comes next is going to be somebody that has done the work on themselves, maybe after a toxic relationship, or they've just focused on their peace for whatever reason to really find out what it is that makes them happy. And this is somebody that wants to meet you, that wants to get to know you, okay? So this is the next relationship that I see you being in, a healthy one. And it's because you have really sat down with yourself and you understand what the connection was in the past. You understanding on how to move forward, and that was taking the time to yourself, taking all the time that you need, okay? And this is the next relationship that I see you being in, collective. So if this resonated for you, like I said, somebody could be a Capricorn as well, but I just pull out these energies that come in the card. It doesn't mean that they have to be. If this does resonate for you, I'm seeing you being in a healthy relationship compared to whatever relationship it was that is showing up here, briefly in the cards here. But I'm seeing you being able to communicate your needs and wants, and this person listening here. This Six of Cups coming out is telling me this is going to be someone that's going to listen, and I feel like it's going to be mutual respect, right? And I feel like it's very important to just, take it for what it is, allow it to flow, and I feel like this is your death and rebirth when it comes to being reborn again, when it comes to love and how you respect yourself and what you require in a relationship. And the universe is listening because you chose yourself, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and close it here, but this is the next relationship that I see you being in. If this resonated for you, go ahead and give it a like, comment, share, subscribe. It will allow me to pick up on your energy for past, present, and future reading energies. And I will see you guys later. Bye.